In the heart of silence carries a vision of the heart of peace. In the heart of silence is the heart of joy, and there carries a vision of the earth of peace. Vision is precipitated by the intensity of attention, united to the intensity of presence. It would be good that those who choose to be creating peace make a complete abstraction of all painful feeling towards the situation on earth. Because all attention, all expression gives life. Devotion invites to see the radiant face of the Mother in all forms, and to offer the attention with such an intensity that this radiant face of the love of the Mother, who is love, gets manifested everywhere. This is the most beautiful gift which could be offered to all appearances of suffering, the most real gift. To look at beauty inside all appearances allows them to be transmuted in beauty. This is how miracles are being performed. Those who know to contemplate only the divine in everything manifest the energy of the divine. Understand it. Every time that a circle of beings offer himself in this form of gift of love, of energy of healing, the brotherhood gets united. See well the multidimensionality. On some level, appearances which correspond to some reality. On another level, other appearances, other realities for the same individualization. To enliven through attention the reality corresponding to the vision of life in perfection. In this way, to contemplate the face of the divine inside all forms and all appearances. This does not negate the appearances, but it allows them to be transmuted. This invites to auto-nourish oneself eternally with the full of the full. This is the highest level of the total realization of the vision, the most delicate, because delicacy leads to the precipitation of beauty. It's time for mankind to understand that attention on suffering makes suffering grow. It's beautiful to offer the radiance of the rays. It's beautiful to do it from fullness. To nourish with power the attention offered to the rays can only be done from the attention all offered to fullness. Rays are not arms which are going to correct an appearance, but they are the expression of the divine, the basic material, if we can say, of the precipitation of the creation to the image of the divine splendor. In this way, when I inhale the blue ray. When I exhale, I am the blue ray, and I offer it to the earth, to all beings living on earth, to all forms of life. For this gift to be of power, it has to be done from fullness. And fullness is a byproduct of full presence. To establish the civilization of harmony is concretely being actualized by perceiving it everywhere, by contemplating it everywhere, by calling it through this contemplation, by precipitating by the attention offered to her from the full of the full. It's in this way that works the masters and brotherhood. So, it's much better not to make the energetical, emotional structures heavy, or even the mental or egotic structures, through the attention given to facts or images. In multidimensionality, in other reality, the facts are others. This does not remove anything from the full compassion, from solidarity, from love offered to all forms of life, all the appearances and all realities. The beauty to offer compassion, solidarity, fraternal love, is to perceive only the divine in everything. May mankind understand the power of a circle, whatever the size of the circle, who choose with authenticity to live the power of fraternal love, the power of this for the relationship between all beings on earth. May mankind understand the beauty and the power of a circle, who choose to nourish themselves only with the vision of the beautiful and the good, by devotion to life. To be affected by appearances or situations which seem so real, it's to deprive oneself from the natural right to be the gift of unconditional support. May mankind understand the importance of the choice of each moment. To get sad, to afflict oneself, it's not the supreme gift of compassion. The supreme gift of compassion is being offered by letting the flows of joy on every situation, on every judgment. Of course, the vision remains that every being, every child, every adult, every animal, every form of life be eternally nourished, protected, loved by devotion. One cannot leave this vision, even the space of a second. In this way, the reality can get transmuted in this other version of itself, which, in the time of multidimensionality, is already present. You remember, isn't it? Time is an illusion. In this way, this chain of becoming is also an illusion. All the plans of realities, all the forms of realities are instantaneously present now. To gather all those forms in the divinity and the bliss of life in harmony gets concrete by enlivening the most powerful of those forms, the one which is pure light. To choose the unconditional of joy, it's not to separate oneself from others. To the contrary, it's to be actively the pioneers, the creators, the founders of the new humanity, the new mankind. Mankind should understand this. And simultaneously, the present time invites to intensify even more the attention to hygiene on all levels of life. We cannot allow oneself anymore to have movements of irritations or to be irritated by some little details. And we cannot not understand that all those little movements are going to attract oneself by the power of attraction and created a bomb or an explosion. The events which exist now on the surface of Earth are not the product of some foolish people, but of human foolishness, who choose to let themselves be irritated for little details without any importance. The ego gets irritated. The suffering body gets irritated, and what next? And one is surprised that there are explosions. And we feel that it's a minority which is responsible. And the majority of mankind, what does she do? Does she choose mastery or slavery to habits of functioning? This, mankind who really wishes to create peace should understand it and should apply it now. Because if one continues to create little explosions, the explosion becomes very big. Not to get surprised or not to get afflicted, but create. Create with such an intensity, such a passion, that there is no place anymore to get afflicted or to create anything else than the civilization of harmony. This is the gift of love and the gift of devotion. Time for mankind is to mastery. And mastery It's not necessarily to cultivate big powers, big cities, big exploits. The most beautiful mastery is the unconditional choice of harmony. It's the unconditional choice not to go everywhere with all those habits very childish, which accumulate in self as attracted between themselves by the force of attraction. You know, birds of the same feather fly together. The irritated energies get crystallizated, and we think that we can allow ourselves to be a bit irritated, isn't it? Because the washing machine doesn't work. And we forget that thousands of people on the surface of Earth who irritate themselves because the washing machine doesn't work, or any details, are being attracted between themselves, and this creates a tension. And the tensions remain in the atmosphere and get attracted the one with the others. And now you understand how bombs are being created. So all those wonderful beings who have the passion for harmony and peace can make the choice to radically change the modes of functioning. It's just enough to breathe and to offer light to those little movements which seems insignificant, or those little emotions which seem to anger, and that we remain by habit. You know, like children take their doll. They bring the doll everywhere. And mankind carries their emotions everywhere, and those old modes of functioning, and those false importances to small details. Also, the only importance, everybody knows it, isn't it? It's the sun of love. It's the look of a child who knows himself or herself nourished with the love of mankind. It's the look of an animal which knows that he or she is nourished by love and respect. This is the only importance, isn't it? So, how many will it take of children who die to remind to mankind the only importance? How many wars will it take so that mankind understands that it's never the other one, and that mankind chooses, being by being, and in its collective, to cultivate peace? It's only a question of choice, and very often of little details. Because even on the level of existing worlds, after all, they are only generated by little details. Who would like to believe in the importance to belong to one part of Earth or a population, compared with the importance of the look of a child who knows that he or she is nourished by the love of mankind? Which proportion between the two? So yes, the invitation is on two levels. Only cultivate happiness. Only look at happiness. Choose to offer only happiness, love and joy. Leave those modes of afflictions. And simultaneously, choose the supreme hygiene. The hygiene supreme and simple of a being who knows that he or she is divine. Humanity would need to understand, and particularly those wonderful beings who carry the flame of love and the mantle of peace. To offer this flame, this mantle, offer to this all the attention, and may mankind stop now, forever, to create those little explosions who come to coagulate and to create and to attract themselves to become bombs. Time has come where mankind can raise and offer the mantle of peace and the flame of love, not through words, who would like to inspire some people or some governments, but through one's incarnation, through the vibration and the radiance. Never anymore. Because of love for love, because of love for mankind, because of love for the look of a child, never gets irritated. It's a choice. Unconditionally offer peace, joy, and love by conscious choice. which gives fully access to this choice, is full presence. Because full presence makes it possible to offer those addictive modes, those behaviors. After all, our fathers did so, and the father of our fathers, and it's how it is. No, it's not how it is anymore. It can be in another way, if everybody chooses so. Carry in one's heart not the look of the suffering of a child, but the look of happiness of the child who knows that he or she is nourished by love of mankind unconditionally, and who knows the unconditional right of infants to protection, to joy. Carry this in one's heart with such a devotion that his image gets triumphant of every addiction to affliction, to irritation, or to depression. Infinite is the power of human being, and infinite the power of a collective. And those wonderful beings who carry in their heart the dream of the new earth can be this collective which brings transmutation to everything. One just needs to be honest to one's aspiration.